Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of The Tom Henry Show. We are making them every week, and you can't stop us. It's a beautiful spring day here in Toronto, I hope. I'm lying, to be honest. It's still cold right now, but we hope when you're watching this, it's beautiful. A few things. I haven't done a good job of taking down the Arkells guy. So I just want to say I'm sorry for that. It's not any, I'm not being paid off or anything. I haven't gone yellow on you. I haven't gotten to it. It's a big project for me. It's a passion, and I haven't gotten to it. But I think I told you before that I did see him playing basketball one time in an Arkells shirt. I just don't think that's okay, but we'll get to it. Also, I was going to start up a Nepo segment. So I think maybe every episode we'll take down a little Nepo. We'll see about that. That guy might be a Nepo. I have to look into his parents. Quick little thing. Look at this beautiful statue that friend, viewer, and Patreon supporter Maddie made for me. It's a Ben Affleck. Are we getting this, Bob? It's a Ben Affleck smoking. And this all stemmed from when I did the Ben Affleck giveaway to the Patreon, which was won by somebody. And there will be more giveaways at some point. But thank you to Maddie, friend, viewer, and Patreon supporter. What else? Not a lot to say today. It's a bit of a slow news day. I think I mentioned briefly last week that somebody did tell me that this was basically a mental health podcast, and I took great exception to that because I hate mental health. So I'm just here to say that this is not a mental health podcast. It's just about life, and, you okay?
I was here for the mental health podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he doesn't want to do it now. I've just never seen somebody laying down like that. What do you look? Are you looking at the ceiling?
Just working on the floor.
No one can hear you yet. I am actually of the belief that mental health has gone way too far. I think, look, honestly, we need to take care of it ourselves in our own little lives and shut up about it. The whole awareness thing, we're aware. We're well aware now. I think we could shut down the awareness books for a couple decades. Let's put it back under the earth where it used to be, and then let's open it back up in 20 years. See if we need to deal with some of the repression or whatever. But for now, look, mental health is very important. You have to take care of it. But take care of it on your own. Stop showing off your labels. Nobody cares that you're ADHD or anxiety or whatever it is. I've got it all, by the way. I've got the OCD. I used to think it was cool to tell people I had OCD. I learned that it isn't. It's not fun. It's not quirky. It's not fun. It's hell to live with. But you do it quietly. And stop limiting yourself. I've got the anxiety. Terrified to go on a plane. Got to fly tomorrow. Already terrified. You just shut up and you do it. Take a little Ativan. Have a drink. Do both at the same time. Try not to die. But, so I kept going on flights because you can't limit yourself this way. And now I know all these people who say, I can't do this. My condition. Go do it. Is this going to get me in trouble? Am I sending somebody to their demise? Somebody's going to go do something they...
I've heard at least 3 things that are getting you canceled. I don't know about anything.
Well, we have CBC's Ali Hassan here today. We'll see if we can get him fired from his job. And that'll be a theme of the show. And we'll check on his mental health because this is a mental health podcast. I want to know about everybody's mental health. I want to know what they do for it, how they cry about it. Look, I'm an old-fashioned guy. Listen, let's bring back toxic masculinity.
Oh, it's back, baby.
Yeah, you're right. It is back. Let's put that back. Actually, let's not bring it back. Let's bring it back in a gentle way. And with that, I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to come back with our guest, CBC's Ali Hassan, after the break. And we're back. My guest tonight is a prolific stand-up comedian and a CBC host. Not prolific, a CBC host. He hosts LOL and other things. It's Ali Hassan, everyone.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Ali.
This is nice.
So, thoughts on the intro? It was we're raging against mental health awareness.
I worry for the future of you and this podcast after what I heard in that 5 minutes. I heard you go, I'm not going yellow on you. That's probably something people don't say anymore.
Really?
Anti-Arkells. You got, I mean, there's the Arkellians.
The Arkellians.
They're probably going to come for you in big numbers. And then the mental health folks. I did like the idea of saying I suffer from it all.
Yes.
And I work through it and I push through because life is also about suffering and facing your fears, right?
Exactly.
You didn't say those words. I'm adding that, but
And guess what? Most people these days have a mental illness or a neurodivergent.
Sure, yeah, I think
divergence.
most of us are on the spectrum. It really feels like it. Yeah.
I'm not even going to find out where I am on the spectrum. No. I'm sure it's somewhere. But what's the point of knowing? People think this is going to help them, change them, to fix them. We don't have to know everything. You've gone silent.
I like we don't have to know everything. Not everyone has to know everything. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think some people, it's so severe that
yes,
the rest of us are like, is that okay what I said around that person? And then they go, no, that is not okay because he said, I'm like, oh, you could have told me before I spoke to them. That would have been good.
Yes.
I put my foot in my mouth big time.
And in my ongoing quest for authenticity, I did have a terrible anxiety disorder, panic attacks, the whole deal. And yes, it was good that I found out that's what that was. And then I dealt with it quietly.
Medication or no medication?
I've got the Ativan.
Okay.
Yeah, but I only take it, very rarely.
When the panic attacks particularly hit, like that kind of thing?
Yes, which luckily I don't really have anymore.
That's awesome.
This is a mental health podcast.
Shit. What did we do?
But, I've obviously my tongue is firmly in cheek. And yet, I do think there's truth to the fact of broadcasting everything on the internet and labeling yourself is only limiting.
It is. I agree with you.
And I've talked to a couple people lately, friends of mine who work in the education field, universities. Do you?
I teach an acting class in Kingston every Monday.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Semester. Because it's acting or because
dude, in Kingston.
It's the drama. It's School of Drama and Music. As far as mental health goes, I've seen some shit, man. I've witnessed some awful stuff. Like I think, there are definitely people. There are definitely people who were raised to believe like any additional thing you can benefit from, you go and get it. So if you can get some accommodation to school, just tell them you suffer from this. They can't prove it, right?
This is what I've been hearing from my education friends.
But there are many people, it is a serious issue.
Yeah.
And I just have to remind myself, it's not their fault.
It's true, and I don't mean to trivialize it. I do think the damn phone has made it all much worse for everyone in a serious way.
Yeah.
And maybe everyone's got to get off their phone, but they won't because it's an addiction.
Yeah.
Another mental health issue.
Sure. One of the most powerful little clips I've seen on my phone. Sorry about that. But one of the most powerful clips was this guy. I wish I remembered his name. Author of some book about, society and everything that's going wrong in it. But he was on the Daily Show and he said, I need to remind people, big tech is not your friend. Big tech doesn't give a shit about you. Mm-hmm. Big tech is only happy when you're making them some money and your eyes are on your phone. Mm-hmm. And it used to be sex sells, and now we found something that sells more than sex, and that's rage.
Rage.
And he went on about that for a bit, and then his final words were, "Get off your fucking phone." And the crowd erupted. And in my mind, I was like, "That's a great reaction." And they're going to be on their phone.
They erupted, and then they all went home and went on their phone.
Who is this guy?
I got to see that. I got to see that clip I just saw in real life before I understand it.
Yeah.
Think about, when I was a kid, they would always say sex sells, I guess in the 90s and whatnot. And back then it had sort of a negative slant.
Because you were a kid. What do you know about it, right?
But even then they're saying like, sex sells, sex is smutty. But imagine how much better sex sells is than rage sells. Let's bring back sex sells. Let's start whoring people out again.
I don't know if that's gone away. I think just rage has eclipsed it.
Well, let's get rid of the rage.
There you go.
But I am kind of rage farming with this mental health brand. I try to rage farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think I'm very good
issue.
at it. Nobody's been very mad yet.
I'll see what I can do.
I went after bisexual women.
What was the reaction to that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I can't get any rage out of anybody.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I had controversial movie. I said Kate Blanchett is a bad actor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. I even care. I'm hurt by that.
Well, give it to me.
It's not important enough. It's not important enough. My rage is actually.
Let's hear. What does Ali Hassan get rageful about?
It's my biggest issue. If I have a mental health issue at all, it's like anger.
Really?
It just comes out and like.
And it's always your type because you seem like a very nice man.
Your type. I thought you meant brown people.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, actually, if I may.
Yes.
Brown people are generally stereotypically very nice. Is that racist to say?
I mean, it's inaccurate, but it's lovely. I don't think it's racist.
It's inaccurate?
I mean...
Oh, because everyone's just a person.
I think so. And I think, every class of people, if you're the type to divide society into tiers,
and
working class, middle class, and the upper crust, we're all feeling some level of helplessness.
Not up in the upper crust where I am.
I think they are too. You know why? Where I am is great. The reason is...
I love when somebody doesn't laugh at your joke.
Yeah,
they just say that's great.
I'm gonna put that away for later. I read this great this piece once about the health of the middle manager in India. This is about India in particular. Now, the middle manager in India, from the minute he wakes up, everything is done for him. Somebody else makes his tea. Somebody else makes his breakfast. We're going to make him a he in this situation because generally in India, during the time of this article, even more so, but he is. Somebody drives him to work.
Can I just say,
he has a team working for him.
I think middle managers in India should be women too.
Rage farming. Huh? Continuing with that. Now you've upset an entire community of people.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. He drives to work. Somebody else is doing the driving, right? So all these things, and at work, there's other people working for him. So nothing is in his control, right? Why is my tea cold? My pants were supposed to be ironed this way. They're not ironed this way. The driver took a left here. Why did he go left there? You just go through this traffic and then my things are, why did you go there? So anytime you're not in control of your own thing, I just feel like your rage just starts to bubble up. You're not the master of your own destiny. Mm-hmm. And I think the rich go through that as well.
It's like he's in the Matrix.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like he's got to take the red pill. Message me if you want to know about my red pill program. Is the red the good one or I don't know?
I can't remember.
Yeah. I've been trying to get into the manosphere.
Yeah. And how's that going?
Not good.
They won't let you in?
They don't trust me as an alpha.
You show them the clip about the whole bisexual thing. That'll get you in. That'll get you to the first level, I think, at least.
I can't clip that.
No?
Too controversial. I'll never get on CBC again.
I mean, how often were you on CBC to begin with?
Not often.
And you remember what happened the time you were on CBC?
Yes. Let's tell that story. So
I've
we were
never
doing.
felt worse for anybody.
You know what? I ended up really enjoying it. I mean, let's get into it.
Yeah.
We were in Niagara Falls. Is that right?
No, Niagara-on-the-Lake. How
Niagara-on-the-Lake.
dare you treat Niagara-on-the-Lake that
I'm
way?
sorry. I'm
By
sorry.
insinuating they're the falls.
That's more rage farming.
There you go.
The people of Niagara-on-the-Lake are going to be.
That's too much rage. You don't even want any of that.
You're right. It's a step too far.
Yeah.
We were in Niagara-on-the-Lake doing a taping for your show, LOL. It's a CBC radio stand-up show.
Stands for Laugh Out Loud, in case people aren't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was doing my set. I was one of 6 comics or whatever. I was about halfway through.
Set's going great, by the way.
Set's going amazing.
Great. Yeah.
And I'm about halfway through, and I notice nobody's laughing. And I go, well, that's normal for me. But then I do the next joke, and nobody laughs. And then I go, what's going on? Is everything okay? And then somebody goes, no, it's not. A woman had a medical emergency. We should say these CBC stand-up shows are often an older crowd. Is that?
They're an older crowd, and with the type of debilitating humor, the onslaught of laughter that you,
Yes.
someone like yourself, and you in particular,
Yes.
I mean, it's a volatile situation. I'm surprised more people haven't had medical emergencies, but that was one for the books. Medical emergency, just to let people know, was she collapsed.
She collapsed.
Yeah, so she just slumped down in her chair and I think went down to the ground.
Yes, and for a while, we didn't know if she might be deceased.
And that was the craziest thing, because at that point, you're not restarting the comedy show.
Oh.
I pride myself on my emceeing. There are no tools in the emceeing playbook to be like, that was awful. Let's take a moment to think about Joan. And then somebody goes, it's Jeannie. Jeannie, my apologies.
Yeah.
All right, who's ready for laughter again?
May she rest in peace. And
Yeah,
dating's weird.
yeah, exactly. Not that Jeannie would know. Sorry, bad callback, everyone. I mean, what do you do? There's nothing. Show's over.
Show's over.
Yeah.
If she dies, show's over.
Yeah.
So she didn't die.
She didn't die.
Thank God.
Not only did she not die, so the paramedics come.
Yeah. So
And get her.
the show, we stopped the show.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on.
Yeah. Paramedics come, so fully stopped. And I just came on stage. I think I was like, we're going to let the paramedics handle this, and we will be right back to you when we have more information about what's happening.
I think you did the cool thing too, like the classic thing. You go, is anyone in the crowd a doctor?
Yeah. Was anyone a doctor?
I think maybe.
That's a town for doctors. Niagara Falls, you're not finding any doctors in the falls, but Niagara-on-the-Lake.
No, it's a bunch of people who need doctors.
Need doctors. Yeah, exactly. So now we have someone who needs. I think somebody was attending to her while the paramedics come.
Right, and
So-
there I am
shows
backstage
pause.
going, this is my first time I've gotten on CBC in 15 years of trying. They wouldn't have me. They finally have me. And this old bag decides to kick the bucket.
Yeah. She had one foot in the bucket anyway at that point.
So they take care of her. Show's stopped for like 20 minutes. And then she's fine.
Not only is she fine, as they wheel her out, she goes, she's mortified about, she was such a sweet, kind woman, mortified about the fact that she had stopped the show because of her health thing, as she should be, Tom Henry would say. And as they're wheeling her out, does one of these.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yes.
Donald Trump after he's been shot in the ear. Like she does one of these, like, sorry, and everyone cheers. That was the best.
Yes.
I'm like, hey, we're all unified on something. That's less work for me when I go back on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you go back out. You go, well, we're going to bring this guy back out.
Yeah. I did a bit of time.
You did a bit of time to even things out. And then I go up, I go, I wanted to kill, but not that.
Yeah.
And of course, the place goes wild.
Yeah.
And then, I did a few more. Somebody coughed. I go, you okay?
That was great. That was the best. Somebody coughed really loudly, and you said what every single person was thinking, and you articulated it in the best way. And that was the biggest laugh for sure.
So this medical emergency actually really helped me in the end. And I think if you heard the set, my second half would be going way better than the first half, but nobody would know why.
Yeah.
Because I got so much goodwill from making fun of someone who almost died.
I hate to add an addendum to what is a beautiful story with a beautiful ending.
Yes.
But backstage, I also hit my hip against a laptop that just started playing music. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I know you do, because I remember you looked back and you were like, what the? It wasn't enough with the near death? Somebody's got to play music back there? And you must have been like, shut your phone. But it was a laptop. I put the screen down, still playing. I'm like, I don't know. So somebody had to run back and unplug it.
Old clumsy hips Hassan.
That's what they call me.
I know. So yeah, that was quite a thing. And there's the story of the one time I got to be on a CBC show.
I'll be damned if you don't come back. It was great.
What's the deal with these debaters, people? What, they can't have.
They don't like your vibe?
I've got my own Crave special. It's not on there anymore.
No? Taken down?
They took it off.
Is anybody's up there anymore?
Yeah, everyone but me. No, I guess they have a time limit. They don't have enough data on there.
Pay you again to keep it on.
I should pay them.
50 jokes, it's called?
49.
49 jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little promo for you, Tom Henry.
No, it's 66 jokes.
Oh, shit. It's 66.
You can't see it anywhere, so don't worry about it.
Oh, there's the most useless promo I've ever done for anything.
I have had some messages from people going, I'd like to see the special. And I go, oh, you can't.
Who wouldn't? But you have an album. You have a comedy album.
I have comedy albums up on wherever you do that. Yeah, what? These debaters people can't have me on? I can debate.
We're going to sort that out. I don't doubt it. We're going to sort that out.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to sort that out.
Hassan's going to go.
The collective we.
Make sure I get on the debaters.
Going straight to the top with this one.
You know, they have people on there like from PEI who get to do it 14 times. Can't have one of Toronto's biggest comedians on.
Yeah.
I just called myself that.
Loved it. Just in this last 15 minutes of chatting, there's like, I don't know, 7 debate topics that have come up.
It's all I do on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be it resolved that the Arkells suck.
There you go.
And he could be the other. I pitch that.
How about that? Yeah.
Me and Arkell's guy.
Yeah.
And he has to argue why he's good, and I have to argue why he's bad.
Absolutely.
And guess who wins?
That's never going to be a debate, but I like where your mind's going. That's you got it. You got the right vibe here. You're right.
I think we might be understanding why I don't get on CBC.
Here's what Andrew Fung and I pitched: samosas versus spring rolls.
That's the kind of thing you need.
The kind of thing you need. Yeah. Not just because he's Asian and I'm South Asian.
That had to have something to do with it.
That has to have something to do with it.
I don't think 2 white guys could do that debate.
No, not that. But you know, the 2 white guys did pie
versus
yes,
pie versus cake.
Yes, which is an
age-old debate.
Age-old debate and one of the best debates ever.
It's so interesting.
Sean Cullen and Dave
So
Hempstead.
interesting.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, here's my pitch.
Yes.
Straight to camera. CBC's The Debaters. Hot dogs versus hamburgers. Me versus Ali Hassan.
I'm in. Who are you? What are you? Who? Because
I'll debate any.
Personalize my hot dogs on my hamburgers.
I'll debate any side they give me. I'm a known contrarian, so I can easily do either.
That's right. That's the way I feel about it too.
But I would pick hot dog.
I would pick hot dog only because summer's coming and I'm feeling the vibe for it. Otherwise, I go 6 months without hot dogs.
I think it's controversial to pick hot dog over hamburger.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm doing it.
Yeah. Look at you.
No, but actually a hamburger I find. Anyway, you're a big food guy.
I'm a big food guy.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But first, we're way off track, and I wanted to know what makes you rageful, because you were talking about that.
Yeah, I think, the reason I was sharing that story about the Indian middle-class man is it just made me realize that, and that story was actually about heart disease.
Really?
Which is something, I don't know if you know this, South Asians, leaders worldwide in diabetes and heart disease, and by a long shot. A long shot.
Is that because of the rich food?
It is a number of things. It is rich food. You're not going to like this answer. It's anti-white, this answer. You ready for it? But it's rich food. It's sedentary living, especially the diaspora. Once they leave there, get even more sedentary. And then it's history of colonialism as well.
No, that's not real.
There you go. That's good. This is good rage stuff. This is good rage
There's no
stuff.
such thing as colonialism.
That's right. I'm mixing it up with something else.
Like you said, I'm not going to like that answer.
Yeah.
Like I have to defend the colonialists.
Better. If not you, then who?
Well, I was saying to somebody recently, there are obviously comedians of all races in this city, and they all get to like have their people come to their shows, right? It's like a built-in audience.
I wish I could concur. You know who my built-in audience is? CBC listeners.
Well, there you go.
So I have one, but it's not South Asians.
But you do know these people are like Mike Rita, has all the Portuguese come
Angelo
out.
Sarukas, my buddy Maz Jobrani. In Oslo, Norway, 60% of the audience are Persians for Maz Jobrani. I totally know it. I thought I would have it. I anticipated that's what my comedy career would be. I don't have that, but yes.
Well, you might be too much just a man of everyone.
That's my problem.
But where I'm going with this is that the whites, we don't get that unless we go sort of Ben Bankus style.
Sure.
That's the only way to get a sort of white pride.
I mean, there's got to be other ways.
I'm not vouching for white pride.
Sounded like a real vouch, the way you said it.
No, but I'm saying I don't get to go, hey, all my whites, come out to my show because the good whites, as I call us, we don't really want to associate with being white.
Right. I do. If you were like, where are my whites at? I feel like that's a very funny thing to come out of your mouth. That would be great.
Sure, but
right? Tongue firmly in cheek again, as Tom Henry's known for doing.
Yes, but also a lot of the time people don't know when I'm joking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're that guy too.
Which I had last night. I ran into an acquaintance and she just kept saying, I don't know if you're joking or not.
She was a friend when you met and an acquaintance by the time the conversation was over.
Now an enemy.
Old friend. Now an enemy.
Yeah.
Ooh, went the whole gamut.
So, what
makes me angry?
Yes.
What makes me angry?
Because, as I said, you just seem like a nice, friendly, affable. This is how I know you.
Working for the CBC.
Yeah, that would piss me off
would
too.
Piss a lot of people off. Working for
Can't
the
say
CBC is, from day one, you always hear people, they write in and go, I pay your tax. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
That's a big one.
I think it's $43 a year. I don't see a lot of that $43, but thank you for everything you've done. But people, are quick to be like, this is our public broadcaster.
Yeah.
And this is what should be said and not said. And not only that, that's them internally in the CBC. I remember, one of my bosses came to me and was like, okay, we have a problem. Like, what's the problem? This comedian we played,
it was me, wasn't it?
It was not you. This comedian made fun of Terry Fox, and we got a complaint.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, well, it was a joke, and these things happen. She was like, well, he's threatening to go to the Ombud. And I was like, how many people listen to our show? We're not sure, but it's between 1.6 and 1.8 million at the time because they couldn't measure how many people tune into the podcast and this kind of stuff. So she was like, it's between 1.6, 1.8. And I was like, and one person has said that this comedian should apologize for telling a joke about Terry Fox, and it's all hands on deck. This is insane.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah.
But that's how it is internally also, that you want to be like, well, we should be responsive. We should be, one
so
out of it. Where, in what world do you care what 1 out of 1.8 million people think?
So it's a real red tape.
It's red tape. It's like, trying to be responsive to people demanding that you be responsive to them, and everybody failing in between.
Yeah.
But trying to keep up appearances or do it, in certain cases doing it authentically, but it doesn't make sense. It defies common sense. So getting to my rage, there are many times where I have felt unyielding urge to type out something in a tweet or a post or an Instagram, an Instagram post. And then I'm just like, No, delete. It's a backspace on that.
Yeah. Got to keep my job.
Gotta
here.
keep my job. I have a lot of thoughts about what's happening, globally. And as my wife constantly reminds me, no one's waking up in the morning and asking themselves, what does Ali Hassan think about this? I'm like, thank you for that. That hurts my feelings and helps us all have an income. I
often wake up thinking that.
Yeah, you know what? And I'll just text you directly or we'll have this.
Yeah.
But it's it's difficult to just keep your thoughts internally and be like, I need to get that out. I really need to get that out. And I can't get it out because my wife's like, well, I'm not paying attention. For her mental health, she tries to avoid everything. And then like 4 weeks after, she'll be like, did you hear about Iran? I'm like, yeah, everyone heard about Iran, man.
What's happening?
That was a week ago.
What's happening in Iran?
It's I don't know where to begin.
Luckily, I have no opinions globally.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a poli-sci degree. I have a family who come, a brown Muslim family. So in places around the world, whether it's Palestine or whether it's Sudan or whether it's in Iran, if somebody is attacking people that look like me, that look like my children, and not caring, not valuing their life, I have some thoughts about that.
I generally assume huge evil governments are doing the right thing.
That's... Are you trying to do a co-pro with Ben Backus right now? What's happening?
Yes.
I wish you the best.
Yes. No, actually, this is an interesting question in my mind sometimes because I do care. What does it do to say that you care? And is that important to be on the internet saying, hey, I stand for this? Or is it just adding to nothing?
This is where my mind goes. What is the value of what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you, getting back to the Indian middleman who has no control over what they do, at the very least, there's an outlet. There's an outlet, but what I've also learned is sometimes when you do exercise your outlet, you get 20 people in your comments going like, "That's bullshit. Why did you say this? Why did you say that? Why did you say?" I remember once posting about like this trifecta of Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. Nothing good coming out of this. And that's as balanced as I get. It's a Jewish country, it's a Muslim country, and it's the United States. Mm-hmm. And I have nothing but hate for Saudi Arabia for a variety of reasons.
Well, the Israelis did invent hummus, which is delicious.
Yeah, great stuff. Keep that farming. Keep farming, brother. You're getting there. This doesn't do it. But anyway, there was like a half dozen people are like, why? What's the problem with Israel? What's the problem with Israel? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know where to begin if you don't think there's a problem with it. If you think Israel is innocent of everything and there's no reason anyone should critique it, but you're okay with people. It's the comedy audience, right? You make fun of 15 groups and then you make fun of mobility scooters in a joke, which is not really about making fun of handicapped people, but about mobility scooters on the sidewalk.
So you've seen my act.
I've seen your act. And then all of a sudden somebody's like, how dare you do that? Yeah. Oh, you were okay with the other 15 though, right? Everybody's cool except your thing. It's frustrating.
You got to bring back a kind of a Rickles.
Yes. Huh? Equal opportunity.
Hit them all.
Hit them all. Hockey puck.
And at the end said, I love you actually all.
Yeah.
And that's all you needed.
That's all you needed. Yeah. And then when you tell a joke that's like racist, you got to have a black guy or a brown guy or an Asian guy in the audience. Look, he likes it. He's laughing.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
You should just travel with one of each race and they sit behind you on stage. Yeah. And then after you tell the joke, they go, and you go, see?
And then behind them grows more members. As the tour goes on, more of their communities are there in the seats behind them.
And then you have, then you have a beautiful rainbow.
What a following that would be.
By the way, I have to cut out that Israel stuff. This podcast is sponsored by the Israeli state.
Oh, that's great.
Looking to get a trip.
Yeah, you can get a trip. It's actually more easy than you think to get a trip.
Well, I wouldn't mind a few palm trees right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
More like bomb trees, am I right?
Hey.
So I'm still steaming over this fact that I pay the CBC $43 a year, and they won't even put me on their shows.
I inflated it. Yeah.
Coincidentally, is what they pay you when you do one of their shows.
Hey.
Just kidding.
I'm trying to have you back. You know what I mean?
I'm burning it down.
Yeah.
I'm burning it down.
Let's have you do one debate, then you burn it down.
I think now that I know that I can go to the ombudsman,
Ombud. We just say ombud.
but it is an ombudsperson,
Exactly.
I will be complaining to them.
Okay.
Dear sir or madam,
Yeah.
why have I not been booked on the debaters?
The gears of the CBC would come grinding to a halt to make sure that that's rectified. So that's your first step.
This guy had a special on Crave TV for 5 years before they took it off, and we haven't had him on the debaters
On
yet.
our one competitor in this country.
So
Yeah.
the middle manager, I was going to say the middle manager sounds not too bad because I actually think choice can be kind of miserable.
Oh, interesting. I've seen people like you. I've heard of your people. Yeah.
No, they've actually done studies about this. I can't cite any of them, but you know when you go into a bar that has like 60 beer taps,
Yeah.
wouldn't you rather just they had 2?
No, because when
Really?
it's 2, it's Molson Dry and Coors Light. And I'm like, I hate you both.
Okay.
This is like the Air Canada Lounge. 6, 8. Yes. But not 50.
You're getting greedy.
You know what? I don't like to drink generic piss. Is that crazy?
Yes.
It is crazy. It sounded crazy.
No, you
when
know
I
in the
said
great
it.
country of Germany where they have good beer.
Yeah.
Many bars will just have a light tap, a dark tap.
Yeah.
That's heaven to me.
Yeah, but you're in Germany, so you're just enjoying life anyway. You're not in this fucking hellhole.
They know how to enjoy their lives.
That's it.
Now.
Right. Now. I like the now.
Took them a few years to figure it out.
Yeah.
No, there's a great bar also in New York City.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've been known to go from time to time.
Yeah.
There's a bar called McSorley's. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of McSorley's.
It's the oldest bar
Yep.
in North America.
Is that right?
One of them. Yeah.
So this is not Marty McSorley from the LA Kings. This is named after his great-great-grandparents?
Yeah.
It was Marty McSorley's bar. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not full of guys hitting each other in the head with hockey sticks. Is that what he did?
No longer. He did he hit somebody? He might have hit somebody. His role was the protector of Gretzky.
Yes, but his career ended in
In disgrace.
disgrace.
It did.
Because
It
I
did.
think he hit someone right on the head with a hockey stick, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he did. Or, yes, I think that's what happened. He was expelled from the league forever.
And how's that guy doing, by the way, the guy who got hit? Better than ever, imagine.
Yeah,
not.
it's his thing now. I'm the guy who got hit in the head with a hockey
He
stick.
goes to county fairs and is like, hit me on the head. You can't hurt me.
Yes, but anyway, the barn.
Swinging stick.
Oh, it was Brashear. What did McSorley did something?
He swung his stick.
Oh, he hit Brashear in the head. Yeah.
Was here in 2000, suspended for over a year.
Oh,
Criminal assault
yeah.
in Canadian courts.
That's when you know it's
Criminal
bad when
assault.
you do something at the hockey rink and then
That is still a
and the
criminal
cops get
thing.
involved.
Yeah. Because you can do almost anything.
Which it's a
Convicted of assault with a weapon in October.
assault with a weapon.
As long as it's in
It's a weird line because in real life you can't hit somebody into a wall.
or diddle them in a locker room. What I'm saying is under the umbrella.
Whatever you do not go against my hockey culture.
Well, you know, my 11-year-old has been playing hockey for about 5 years now. So your culture is now my culture as well. I played hockey too, but not well.
Same.
Embarrassing. You didn't play hockey well?
I wasn't a.
What's the difference
I
between
wasn't
you and I
a
then,
moneyed
Tom?
white, as they call them.
No.
As I call them.
Oh, but that doesn't mean you can't be good on skates.
They tend to, there's a correlation.
There probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less
You're not
one-on-one
getting
ice
thrown in the
training.
programs, and
Right.
I would go out and play shinny, but
I got you.
yeah. Once played shinny with Mike Myers.
My buddy, Savine, was a goalie. Might still be. I don't know. He's had a hip replacement, but he used to play on a league once a week with Mike Myers in New York City.
Really?
Yeah, he said there's a few guys from the entertainment industry, a couple of Canadian guys, and one of them was Mike Myers was there every week.
Well, he just showed up once. I was a teen. I was in Riverdale Park.
I know it.
In the East End. And he just showed up, and I was over the moon. And then he signed my hockey glove at the end.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good. We loved him ever since.
Since I've heard he's sort of a monster on set. And
Heard the rumors.
yeah. But he was very nice to us.
Yeah, That's what matters.
It is.
Screw the
I
rest of
take
them.
people how they treat me.
Yeah. Let them yell at a waitress.
And I would like to formally invite Netanyahu to come on the show.
He'll treat you
And
nice.
if he's nice to me.
He might be dead. Haven't seen him in public in a while.
Is that a rumor that's going around?
There was some AI. I don't know about dead, but this AI video was released. There was clearly AI, him in a coffee shop, and they're like, "What's the need to do this?" Now you've made us suspicious that something has happened to him. He hadn't been seen in public in a while. Not sure now. I'm not keeping tabs on that.
You can't pay attention to that stuff.
Try not to. I'm going to tell you right now, and I say this on stage, and it never goes well, but this is a true story. My algorithm, 80% dead Palestinian children, 20% mobility exercises. It's, dude, I follow chefs, I follow rock stars, I follow comedians, not appearing in the algorithm. Like, it's crazy.
This is literally, I said this to Dave Merhej last week. It's like we're on these apps, and it's like half, somebody promoting their comedy show or something, and then half dead children.
Yeah.
What are our brains supposed to do with that?
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
And not to get conspiracy minded. Well, it's not even conspiracy.
Who knows what it's called anymore? Those guys are all having a time.
The conspiracy people?
They're having a great time.
Well, some of them were onto something. But do you...
Prophets. I call them prophets now.
Profit.
They were prophesizing.
Profit. Sizing.
Yeah. They're making no profit. They're usually high and living in basements, but
But the big guys,
big guys who've done some stuff.
they're making profits.
Yeah.
It's like I watched this Louis Theroux. Did you see this
Yeah,
thing
the
about the manosphere?
Yeah, I've seen about 7 clips.
I watched the whole thing. I actually take in culture, not just clips.
Okay.
But I just ended up really frustrated because you're just talking to guys. First of all, they're morons, obviously. But second of all, they have so much money on the line.
Yeah.
So they're not going to get real.
Yeah.
And it's like this urge to like think, oh, there's a real person in there. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get them to say something real.
Yeah.
But it's like talking to a CEO.
Sure.
Like, they're not going to tell you anything real. They're going to tell you whatever protects their money.
Of course. Yeah, one of the guys was like, yeah, I know what I do would be, my mother would hate it. My kids, I don't want them seeing it. So why do you do it?
That's as far as he'll go. Yeah. And then the mother's in it later and she defends him.
Great.
So, but if anyone wants to give me a bunch of money for my 12-step program.
There's the Red Pill program. There's the 12-step program. There's
They're all
the
kind of, yeah.
Smash the Arkells program. There's how do you juggle all of this?
I'm beast mode.
I like it.
Yeah. Grind.
You wear it well.
I grind.
Yeah.
I wake up at 4 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
I work out until 1 p.m.
I mean, these are the people I was following for a while too. Wake up at 4. I've got to meditate for an hour. Then I work out for an hour. Then I take a cold shower. Mm-hmm. Then I eat these 17 unaffordable things. And now it's like 10:30 and I get my day started. That is mental illness.
It's a hell of a life.
That's mental illness is what that is.
Yeah.
If you can't start your day without 4.5 hours of pregame, you there's something going wrong. I agree. Wake up a little bit early, do some stretching. Look at the sky.
Even the stretching I find difficult to get to.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's important, though. As a guy who's watching 20% mobility exercise content, let me just tell you it's very important.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't ask you about the other stuff in your
No, please don't. Came here to forget about it.
This has been one of the edgier episodes.
I'm sorry that this is what this looks like.
No, that's what I wanted to put you in that place because of the CBC thing.
What are you going to do?
Get a little dirt on you. Yeah. Dirty you up a little. No, you're a comedian, so it's not like you're squeaky clean.
No, I know. And that's, when you introduce me as CBC's, do you need to cough? Do you need a Ricola?
I'm good.
How about a beverage?
Go on.
When you introduce me as CBC's Ali Hassan, obviously it feels like this is a clean-cut image. Still a human being underneath it all, Thought you'd want to get to know about that.
You people at the CBC are humans?
Hey,
I thought you were those lizard people.
I could tell you some stories.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about humans.
Tom Power?
Monster.
I know, I've heard. screaming at everyone all day.
One of the best guys ever, actually. He's a good dude. No? Have you heard differently?
He's a friend of mine.
Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of you guys together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not returning my texts lately about being
He's
on
a
this
new
show.
father, for God's sake. Come on.
I don't give any grace.
Understood.
Not a shred of grace.
It's on parental leave. Can't interrupt that.
Isn't he working?
He might be back now.
He just interviewed Harry Styles.
Oh.
And I'm stuck here with you.
Very Galifianakis right there. I loved it.
Yeah, I've been accused of that a few
Yeah.
times. We do have the plants.
Oh, yes. No ferns, though.
But as I've said,
Yes.
this is my living room, and these are my plants.
They existed before the
Yeah, so
concept of
I
the-
can't actually. It's not a gag.
So Zach stole from you, in a way.
You could say that. It wouldn't make sense, but you could say it.
I just said it.
Yeah. See, Galifianakis, well, we talked about him last week
Ah,
with Dave.
okay.
Just his brilliance and whatnot.
Yeah, really great.
But it's interesting when you see somebody like that who's sort of a hero and sort of a scrappy guy, and then you go, well, now he's probably got $400 million.
But is using it to live in British Columbia.
That's right. He lives on one of the islands.
Yeah, in a place that he doesn't like to tell people about.
And I'll tell you exactly what island he lives on.
You son of a bitch.
I don't know if that's a real place.
This is like when they
sounds like that.
exposed Banksy.
That's
They're
right.
just exposing
That's right.
Galifianakis.
I should do a documentary where I go hunt him down on island.
Leave your heroes alone, huh? We should have less heroes instead of more. That's what I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of anti having heroes.
It's a dangerous. It's
It is.
dangerous waters to go.
It is.
And then you go, oh, how come my hero didn't say anything against this horrific thing that's happening in society? Your heroes owe you nothing.
You're talking about yourself.
I am talking
If
about
you,
myself.
whoever's hero you are,
Yes.
they're watching you not speak out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And turns out it's your wife's fault.
Exactly. It is. It is. But in her defense, which I rarely say, no, I say it from time to time. In her defense, I also don't want to go look my children in the eyes and go like, you can't play hockey anymore. You can't play soccer. Why not? Well, because there was a tweet that I felt the need to put out there. So now we've got one less salary stream, and you guys, time to study. Do you know? Imagine I made my kids study. Ugh, I'd be a horrible father.
Oh, God, I couldn't bear it.
No,
I couldn't bear to know you.
sports is what keeps these kids alive.
And are you ever worried that your son's going to become a hockey bro?
I mean, they're all of them have that a little bit, you know, in their looks. They're wearing
It's the new gen.
chains and, you know, their hair is sported a certain way. But I think,
the broccoli style.
no, broccoli is my soccer playing son.
Okay.
It is crazy. Hockey is more like a little wavy, a little longer, they want a little tiny little bit of something coming out the back here. And
They call it lettuce.
huh?
They call it lettuce.
Lettuce. They want a little lettuce. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So he's got that. He's got a bit of arugula back here, which he likes. And I think you got to work a little harder as a parent of a sports kid, of a sports focused kid, to make sure their behavior doesn't match up with some of the more despicable types of behavior that
There
we
seems
see.
like there are a few nice athletes.
I think so.
That's a handful.
Yeah. Mark Scheifele.
Him?
No,
No.
stuck up for his friend the other day.
Did he? I don't follow hockey anymore.
No way, you're out, huh?
Yeah.
I want to be out.
The
I wanna be
Leafs suck too much.
We were at the game, my son and I. We won this game in a raffle at a time where it looked like it was going to be a fun time. Then it wasn't. We were at the game versus Anaheim, where Gudas, who I had just watched in the Olympics, play very Gudas-like. You know exactly who that guy is.
He's a dirty dog.
He's a dirty dog, but he's really exposed the rot at the core of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes.
Because yes, Austin Matthews went down and everyone stood around with their thumb up their butt. But I think we all know, and I'm not speaking as a Leafs fan, but an observer status over here. I think we all know Austin Matthews also wouldn't have stuck up for any of his teammates if that happened to them. It's just that's the culture of the team.
It's true, and I don't normally talk about sports on this podcast, but I have a few times.
I'm sorry, no, it was mental health was your focus.
Yes, we don't like to go off the mental health. But I have a few times spoken out against the fact that he has a dangly earring.
Earring?
Yeah.
Spoken out about it.
Well, he's the captain of the team. He has a little dangly earring. Come on.
We're not going to each his own on that one, huh? We're saying do not represent this city in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, look, it's nothing to do with masculinity or anything like that. It's just sort of that they're all some of them are too into fashion. Mm-hmm. And that's not a gay thing. It's just, I want them to be hockey playing brutes. And they're clearly not, right?
They're focused on other things, clearly.
They're brats.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the earring and Nylander carries a little handbag, and that's what it speaks to.
Yeah.
That I just want them to be dumb hockey players who don't care about anything else.
Sure.
You love food.
Do.
That's a big thing for you. Mm. You actually have a memoir.
I do. Those are both true things. I was told to lose weight by a doctor just today.
Really?
Just earlier today. Noon.
Today?
Yeah. I went for a sleep study.
Did you call him fat phobic?
No, but he's overweight, which I should have thrown that in his face. I know.
You should have.
He's 73.
So what about you?
Maybe. Yeah, I should have done that.
Glass houses, doc.
Yeah. But the thing is, he didn't come to me asking about his sleep. I went to him. So that's like, okay. I solicit information
Small
from you.
loophole.
I thought I was going to be on a sleep apnea machine. Turns out, no. This is what it is. He goes, you slept for 400 minutes during the sleep study, so we have loads of analysis, loads of information, data about your sleep. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You don't need a sleep apnea machine. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. What you need to do, check this out. This is a guy who's not beholden to the pharma industry or the medical industry. He goes, you need to not sleep on your back. I'm like, that's the recommendation? He goes, yes. You snored, basically you choked in your sleep. You stopped breathing. That's what it was.
Yes.
You stopped breathing 47 times.
Oh.
In the night.
And
45 of those times was when you were on your back.
Oh.
2 times was on your side, which we consider within the normal. So you cannot sleep on your back. What I can do is I email you a link to these vests. You wear a vest that has a bump in the back, so it's not comfortable to sleep like this. So you'll always be on your side.
God.
I'm like, that's what we're doing?
Jesus.
I just put a log back there. I didn't buy a vest, but I couldn't believe it. We were all talking about like the over prescription of drugs and the over, whatever you want to call it, capitalize. I don't know what it is, but it's like you buy this, you have to buy this, and make sure this person's on it. He was like, no, you don't need it.
But Ali, you don't know what kind of kickback he's getting back from these vests.
He said, see if you can find one.
Oh.
That's what he said. I'll send you a link of what they look like. That's what he said.
Very cunning of him. There's only one company that makes them.
Ah, the vest people. Yeah.
How many companies do you think make vests with a bump in the back?
Bob, do we have the information on the vests?
Bob's going to look that up. Well, that's interesting. I am terrified of the sleep apnea machine because I think I have fitful sleeps.
Yeah.
And it has been suggested to me, and I say, I think I might rather die in my sleep than wear a sleep apnea machine. Now, I don't mean that, and if God's listening, please don't kill me in my sleep.
A man who cares about God.
This is a mental health and spiritual podcast.
I was just like you. I, too, was once like you. For many years, I have a wife. We enjoy sleeping in the same bed.
Brag much.
Yeah, brag much. We enjoy, what's the word, debriefing at the end of the night. We chat. And then the idea of then being like, anyway, I was like, this is not what I want to bring in the bed. On top of that, my father was on a lung machine for the last years of his life. And it was like, just you could feel the humming of it in the house. And he had the thing. And in my mind, you start down the road of becoming a patient once you have this machine in the bed. It's not correct maybe, but it's where I thought.
Yeah.
And then I have talked to 3 different friends who have the sleep apnea machine. And the bragging they do about the quality of sleep they're getting, I'm like, what am I What am I fighting against here? I want good sleep.
Yeah.
I think I want more good sleep more than I want anything in this world.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting it.
And I am famously tired all the time.
It doesn't show.
I don't know. I feel like you're making fun of me.
Yeah. There's lots of different vests.
Lots of bump vests. All right.
Like it's a thing.
So your doctor is...
Sleep position trainer.
Sleep position trainer.
Now, I'm surprised you could sleep on your back at all. I don't think I can do that.
That's when I snore. On my side, no snoring.
So as I was bringing up that you're a food guy,
I am a food guy, told to lose weight earlier today by the sleep doctor. Anyway, yes.
you look
sorry.
great.
Thank you.
To
brother.
me, you
I
don't look
appreciate
like a guy who needs to lose weight.
it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But that sweater's looking a little tight.
It is. It's the t-shirt under it that's tight, which is why the sweater has to be on. Tom, it doesn't matter. What
No,
are
you
we
don't look
talking
like you
about
have
here?
weight on you at all, to be honest.
Oh, well, that's great. This jacket is a success.
I like to buy extra large shirts.
Yeah. Black, black too. Keep it black.
Keep it
long.
black.
Yeah.
So, since we're going for sort of rage farming and controversy, give us one controversial food take. On the spot. Here we go.
I have one.
That's why you're the best.
Italian food, by and large, overall, in general, overrated.
Wow. He said it.
Dude, I'll tell you why. I like a pasta from time to time. It's
You better tell me
comforting.
why, because I'm about to attack.
Because once you...
I'm about to kill you.
Yes! This is a successful rage farmed bit of information that I've shared. Once you have Vietnamese food, you know, like the flavor that is in those bird's eye chilies and in Thai basil and the crunch and the lime juice and the fish sauce. As soon as you have Thai food, like from all over Thailand, different Thai flavors and
So
dried
I see
shrimp
what's
paste
happening
and-
here. This is a classic CBC wokester opinion.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
The white food obviously
It's
not as good as the
Italians. They're
Asian
not
food.
even whites. Come on. But that's not always true. There are places. There's a couple of restaurants that I still think about going to, but these are like the high price. They're doing stuff that I cannot do at home. In general, most Italian restaurants are doing stuff that most people can do at home better and cheaper.
I do find that to be true.
That's not how I feel about sushi. You know what I mean? I'm not making sushi with better quality ingredients, with better techniques, with better results than a guy at even a mediocre sushi shop.
Yeah.
This is the issue I have. So Italian food, I just think, a little overrated.
Now here's my big food take.
Tell me.
The only good food is the hot dog. Hear me next week on The Debaters, debating hot dog versus hamburger with Ali Hassan.
It's the longest audition process I've ever been part of, and I'm not even really part of it.
This is why I asked you here.
Yeah.
Well, I love Italian food, but I would say you're right. Like, I can make a delicious pasta and think this is as good as the restaurant.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it a worse type of food. Maybe that
It
makes it
doesn't.
an even better, more accessible
Maybe
type of
what
food.
I'm saying that with my $40, which is a good meal, I am never thinking
I don't
about
have
putting
$40.
it into
I paid it all to the CBC last year.
43. Yeah. Last year, that one payment, you will get more money. Patreon. Come on, Patreon.
Thank
get
you.
this guy an Italian meal.
Thank you.
And so that he can live to regret it. I think if I have $40, and in this day and age, unfortunately, I'm always thinking about the value of something. What is the value of this? What is value? Which in a way, I didn't think like this a decade ago.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where is my $40 going to go further? Not only financially, like bang for buck, taste bud, assault.
Yes.
And it's not Italian food.
Fair enough. Now, with the value of food thing that you're bringing up, it doesn't make sense to pay for breakfast anymore.
No, it's crazy. I mean,
That used to be a cheap food,
That
and
used to
it
be,
should
yeah.
be cheap because it's just breakfast.
yeah.
And now it's $20, $30.
Well, yeah, you could find a carton of eggs for $1.50.
Don't eat
Now
those
it's
ones.
$4.50. No, but those are the ones at most of these diners, right? It's just
Yes.
that's why you're getting it cheap. Bread was cheap; it was all cheap. But now we're living in a different. And to be honest, if I was ever going to have a restaurant, and I fantasized about this for many years, it was going to be a breakfast place.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'm thinking about going out for breakfast, my wife is like, I've never had a breakfast better than what you make. The idea that you would even go out for breakfast is insane. And then
It sounds like your wife's up your ass
exactly.
constantly.
Then her words hurt me, and then I start making breakfast. Pretty good though. Pretty good technique.
Yeah, it works. And we will be asking you about your breakfast soon.
Okay.
It's one of our go-to questionnaire questions.
Sure.
I walked by a Thai restaurant the other day. It said Pad Thai special, $18. I went, that's not special.
It's not special at all anymore. Oh my God. I mean, I guess it is in this day and age, right? I guess that's what's, yeah.
Well, let's not go down a road of complaining about how expensive restaurants
In my day, you'd get an egg for a dime.
But it is out of control.
It's out of control.
And the drinks. As a man, you enjoy a drink.
I just walking
We had
here,
a drink. You had some mezcal. I had some of an Amaro.
Walking here to your studio, I saw a place, Waverly, could it be?
Yeah.
On
Spadina.
On Spadina.
We don't like to tell people whereabouts I live.
I saw a place. Let's cut that.
There's a lot of rabid fans that are trying
Two
to
things
get
you
in
have to
here.
cut now. Walking down towards the studio, I saw a place, happy hour. Love the words happy hour. Reminds me of the greatest times in Montreal. It's called a 5 à 7 in Montreal. Great times, great deals. You leave there, $30 are spent, but you're nourished. You got a buzz going.
On this
That
show, I have waxed romantically about happy hour.
Have you?
Yes.
We should do it. We should do something happy hour related.
We should.
Or on a regular basis, once a month. We should meet at happy hour. You're going anyway. I just sidle up to you, give you more controversial takes.
I love it.
Update you on how close you are to getting on the debaters. I think we should do that.
Yes. Okay.
But that
Maybe
place
every
at
2 or
happy
3
hour,
months.
every 2 or 3 months. You don't need that regular an update. Still not there, Tom. Still not there. Anyway,
They're still
I'll have the
weighing your
$4
hot
beer.
dog hamburger idea.
Yeah.
They think they like it, but they've got to
They've
think
given
about
it to someone else. Oh, that's my
And this is probably your damn
That's
wife.
my money.
telling
No,
you.
that's my money. Hilarious. 10 minutes. We're good.
Okay, we'll
I'll
wrap
wait
this
till-
up.
No. I can add money for the rest of my goddamn life. But what I'm saying is that a happy hour place said $10 for a glass of wine.
Yes.
$10 for like nibbles. That's what it
Yes.
said, and that doesn't excite me. That's not happy hour.
At this point, I am excited because I love being at bars,
I love being at bars.
and it's just a cocktail, which I love, $20.
Yeah.
So if I see a happy hour, my happy hour down the street, $12 cocktail, I do get excited.
Okay, so the place that I saw might have had $10 cocktails. It might have said wine, cocktails, and nibbles. Might have. You should look that up.
Well, I'll take all 3. And now, the final questionnaire.
Yeah.
This has been a lovely time. I hope you feel the same way.
I do.
For a while, people were always thinking I was attacking them on this show, but I think I've gotten better.
Just like
Not
that
making them feel that way.
acquaintance in the street last night, huh? You just don't know how to make people
Tend to have that effect on people.
feel good. Yeah. Well,
Because
feel
I
great.
know that I love everyone.
What the error I make, if I may allow myself that grace to suggest that I make errors. The error that I make is I think everything you're saying is a joke. So I err on the other side where you're like, no, fuck it, I'm serious. I'm being serious with you right now. And I'm like, this is great. Huh? Isn't he?
I prefer that.
Do you?
Yeah.
You must.
I don't want to be taken seriously at all.
I feel like we're all just joking around. I've gotten in trouble with some friends, comedians, where you see somebody saying something and you think you're riffing.
Yeah.
And then you have to, not you have
Like
to, I have to
my
go.
My father just died.
You serious?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's great material. Are you going to open with that tonight?
Did he...
Yeah. Yeah.
What, as we brought up before, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
I'm a man of a certain age, probably about 10 years older than you. And there's 2 things that are in my life algorithm. I'm not even talking about Instagram. 2 things that I should be absolutely focused on when it comes to health. Do you know what those 2 things are?
Fiber.
That's number 3.
Okay.
But it's coming in. It's coming in hot.
Okay.
But it's sleep and protein.
Okay.
Sleep and protein.
And everyone's crazy about protein these
Everyone's
days.
crazy about protein, and it is a fucking scam, brother.
Is it?
It is a scam. You fucking, for my age, okay, based on what you're supposed to make these measurements, your weight, your height, your age, I'm supposed to have 141 grams of protein a day.
And you try to do that, it's like it's insane.
You can't do anything else. Your entire day revolves around protein. It's stupid. Now, I say that we work with a guy at, this trainer. I go, it's insane. I'll aim for 100.
Right.
He goes, well, you should. Then I had to tell him, I go, okay, let me just be frank with you, brother. This is Ali Hassan Rage. I go, let me be frank with you.
Yeah.
In France, what do you think they have for breakfast in France?
A baguette.
Yeah. Croissant
Entire baguette.
and a café au lait. A little bit of milk and a little bit of protein in the milk. In Italy, what do they have? Like an espresso and maybe they start at what we would call a protein deficit. Do you think as soon as they start eating pasta, whatever, now they're like just the protein's coming? No. So they go their entire lives with the protein deficit. Are people in France and Italy and so many other countries where they eat like that, are they walking around like decrepit walking corpses because they don't have enough protein? Like we are, honestly, I believe this, because of intermittent fasting, everybody, aiming towards eating a little bit less because of the cost of stuff you're eating. I think they're trying to shove protein down our throats at a level that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm not bodybuilding. I'm like Schwarzenegger over here. I don't need 141 grams of protein. An egg has 6. I eat 2 eggs, 12. That's still so far away
Not
from
making a
141.
Not making a dent.
Not making a dent. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. However, all that said,
Yes.
I love a protein breakfast. Not because of the scam that I seem like I'm, ascribing to.
Because it's delicious.
Because it's delicious and I don't get an early lull. I need energy.
Yeah.
I need to not have my day go down right away, which is what happens. So
What are you normally eating for breakfast?
Here's a breakfast I love.
Yeah.
2 eggs.
Yeah.
And some feta cheese.
How are the eggs done?
Eggs are often scrambled, and if I'm having it with toast, I like the dip
Yeah.
on the toast. But often scrambled,
Yeah.
or an omelet, usually full of herbs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll put like some black beans in there and roll it. So that, black beans and tomatoes, like a little black bean salsa or whatever you call it. And then a little chunk of feta. There's this particular brand that I've found that I just love. It's the exact consistency and saltiness is a great Greek feta.
You got to get the goat feta.
What's
a lot
that?
of these, you got to get the goat feta. A lot of these fetas now, they don't even have goat or sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep or goat.
Yeah, sheep or goat. Okay. Yeah, I think this is sheep.
They have purely cow fetas they're trying to sell us now.
Get out of here with that. No, the one I have is definitely goat or sheep. You can smell it as soon as you open that box.
Yeah. Okay, well, that sounds like an amazing
and
breakfast.
then I'll add some either greens or sometimes I'll open a tin of salmon and have like just a few pieces of salmon. So it's like protein. And what it does is it gets me like, I don't care what I do for lunch at this point. It keeps my energy up and it's, I just feel like it's like something really good, nutritious that I'm doing right away.
Beautiful.
Because it goes down after that, right? Once alcohol gets involved, once some like fried snacks get involved.
Yeah.
$5 smash burger, what? Oh, I'd be a fool not to. That, you know what I mean? Like
That's those nibbles.
guided by my exactly. Well, $5 smash burger is a hell of a deal.
It's just music on the street. Do you currently hate someone you know or have known?
No, but I have.
You have.
I
hated,
have for sure.
but you don't currently hate.
I'm trying to espouse this idea. I know a lot of people. Over the years, I've met a lot of people who are. You ever seen those car videos where the first car in the front hits the brakes because some ducks fly, and then 19 cars pile up behind them, and then they just drive off. They're like, I don't know, everything's great. What a great day!
Right.
I feel like I'm part of the 19 way too often, or I used to be, where that person doesn't devote a second of their life thinking about me or any of other people that they're stressing out. I'm giving them so much power. I'm giving them this power. They don't even know they have it. And I'm losing my own control. So it's work, but it's like really sort of breaking it down and being like, will I care about this in like 5 hours? Will I care about it in 5 days, in 5 months? That kind of stuff. I try to break down. I go, So I forgive quite a bit.
It's
at
true.
This point.
It's the classic Don Draper. I don't even think about you.
Exactly.
That guy's all worked up.
Yeah.
I don't even think about you, and that's scathing.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's your greatest fear?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think it has to do with this career that I've built for myself. Because I never was. I'm not motivated by money at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to do the stuff I wanted to do. And I think, like, with the exception of my taxes and financial stuff, I really only do stuff I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas most of my life used to be like, I hate this. Why am I doing this? Somebody else should be doing this. And now it's none of that. So it's great. And I have this worry and this fear that what if that goes away? Like I know that an element to my success going forward is going to be making videos, whether they're sketches, just creating content.
Yeah, content.
Creating content. And
You're in content right now, brother.
I'm in content right now that you're creating. I'm doing nothing. I'm doing something
you're
I
not
enjoy.
getting anything out of it.
Well, I'm doing something I enjoy.
Yes.
And that's good enough for me.
Yes.
But I'm getting, I don't know.
I feel like everyone in our business has this fear.
Yeah.
Of like, well, I'm getting by right now.
Yeah.
But it could change at any moment. And I like not having to have a Joe job, but I might have to get one.
Yeah. You know who'll have to get a Joe job? My wife. Suck it.
That old.
Yeah, she doesn't work. She works from home. We have 4 kids. She's done the bulk of the raising of our children. But I'm like, one day you might have to.
Well, Ali, many people would say that is a job.
I don't.
It's called emotional labor.
Yeah.
And actual child rearing labor.
I know. Thank God somebody had to do it.
You'll like this one. What's your favorite sandwich?
That's a tough one. No, I like that one. That is a tough one. So I'm the big ratios guy. It's my parking. I'm a big ratios guy.
Yeah.
So I don't want like a bunch of meat like sticking out of a burger, or out of a bun.
I'm the same.
And then I also don't want the stuff hidden inside a large bun. I need good ratios. But right now I'm obsessed with tacos, if we can call tacos sandwiches.
It's controversial, and that's what we need.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
I love
You heard
corn
it here. Ali
tortillas.
Hassan says a taco is a sandwich.
I think so. And if it isn't to you, then get a bigger tortilla and roll it up as a burrito, and then tell me a burrito isn't a sandwich, and then you can just suck it. Now you're being crazy, right?
Still, I don't think a burrito is a
I
sandwich.
think a handheld food. I mean, tacos, brother. All
right, so what's your taco that you?
So here's a great taco. Here's a great taco. Okay, now this is a time-consuming taco, but in a slow cooker, you take short ribs, right, with cumin and ground cumin, coriander, peppers and adobo sauce. So chipotle peppers and adobo sauce mixed in, so it's hot and smoky and spicy, and you just sort of let that break down.
Yeah.
Then on a corn tortilla, which you have warmed up, you spread some guacamole. I make a fantastic guacamole that I'm very proud of too. It has a lot of lime juice and some pepper sauce and salt, so it's a flavorful guacamole. Then a bean puree, a little bit of a layer of bean puree. Then some chunks of that meat, and then salsas that I make myself, like either tomato and onion, or even sliced radish, even like long, like cucumber slices. And some cilantro and lime juice on the top.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Drooling all over myself. Always worth it. Always worth it.
Could've just-
so if you
could've
don't do
just said
that,
BLT.
ground beef, you still got to make the bee. The bee takes time. The bee. So
bee.
much time in the bee.
What's something you like about yourself?
I like that. I'm an easygoing guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Except for all that inner rage.
I don't like that. That's why I'm trying to deal with that. I want to be easygoing all the time.
We all care. We all,
We care.
You can't just be a automaton.
No. I like that I can build rapport with most people in the world. And I think rage comes from that too. When you meet people who it's like, you're not going to build rapport with that person. They are like, I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. Whatever it is. You work for the CBC. You come from this community. You're Canadian. Whatever it is. You meet people who are like, and it's like, dude, we like the same. I probably like the same Guns N' Roses songs you do. I probably love the same pizza toppings you do. I probably listen to like go out and enjoy the same things you do. And we have so much in common, but we're fixated on the different. That gets me like a little riled up because I really feel like if I have a gift compared to, the average person, it's building rapport with strangers.
That's why you and I don't get along.
That's it, right? Because we're not
I
strangers.
hate that you work at the CBC. I hate that you're Canadian.
Yes, I know that.
And I hate Guns N' Roses.
What?
What's something you don't like about yourself?
That's mostly physical. See this? I'd like some wavy locks up here.
Have you ever heard of this country called Turkey?
I have actually. I have. And I don't know. I mean, it's almost, the ship has sailed at this point. But also like physically, how many moles and how much hair growing out of weird places and just the way I look. Some of it is you could do something about it by working out and watching what you eat. And some of it's just like,
it's going to happen.
yes, this is what I got, Yeah.
Well, that was very vulnerable and I'm very uncomfortable.
That was the goal. That's how we build rapport.
I think you're a beautiful man.
Thank you, buddy.
How important are lemons?
Critical, man.
Yeah.
Lemons and limes, and they serve two different purposes and have two different flavors. But you mentioned lemon and water earlier.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
I did.
Love lemon and water. Love lemon and water. Light it up. I used to have a catering company called Lime Catering. That's how much I love that type of citrus.
In
and
the
how important
Caribbean,
I
you
think
probably know this, they call hanging out a lime.
Yes. Lime by the beach, lime by the water. Exactly. Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that accent?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Comedian Marita Lopez once tried to tell me that lemons and limes are the same thing.
That guy knows so little about food. It's stunning how little he knows about food.
He wouldn't budge. He wouldn't budge. And I was saying they're literally different. They taste different. He said, no.
Yeah.
And finally,
I'm so enraged by that.
get in touch with him.
Yeah.
And finally, is there a point to any of this?
I mean, yeah, I think given that this is, as we've established, a mental health podcast, I think this is, I don't know if there's anything more important than community. And I say that as a guy who's lost community. My parents, they were part of this. They were Montrealers. They were part of this Pakistani community of Montreal. They were part of the South Asian community of the South Shore of Montreal. They were, my grandfather was a very well-known poet in Pakistan. So they would go to these poetry evenings, always be invited because of my mother's, connection to poetry through her father. Musical evenings, they were both very musically inclined, music lovers. They would go to these musical nights, and they had all these different, sometimes overlapping communities. And my wife and I reflect on how what happened. We don't have those communities. I used to have the comedy community in Montreal was so tight. Mm-hmm. Come here and you start worrying about different things. When you have kids, it's not the same. You're not invited to like the brunches and the things because it's like he's out in Etobicoke. He's not going to make it here for like on half an hour notice for eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anytime I'm with community, and now community has somehow become like the soccer parents. My father, my sons. All the parents on the soccer team.
A lot less cool than the Pakistani poetry community.
Yeah. That's when things were really rocking. So we've lost those things. My wife had the same thing with her families, lost all that. They were in Saskatchewan, lost those communities.
That's a pretty good community to lose.
Wow. She loved it. What are you going to do?
It's a joke.
Those are good people. Is it?
It's a joke.
You son of a bitch.
The Saskatchewan people are people too.
They are. No, they're the best. They're actually wonderful people. But this to me is like, it's like our tiny little community, but you're airing this. So this is all about like
my
connection
community.
With more people. It's
and
your
now
community.
You're part of this community, the Tom Henry Show community.
I'm going to take from this community.
It's a tight-knit community.
And I'm going to take.
Take and take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's coming.
Well, Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, buddy.
I think it was a beautiful chat.
I think so too.
And really, let's do that happy hour. I'm being genuinely
You're extending
earnest.
your hand.
Somebody called me earnest recently.
Oh no, I'm sorry about that.
See? It's an insult. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Ali Hassan. Thank you to cameraman Bob. Have a good night.